We should have used this one. This says like an hour.
Go ahead, Zara. You've taken over. How long was the punishment?
1 year.
Up to 1 year in jail. Yeah, actually it was. 1, 2. And what was this considered? Was it a felony or a misdemeanor? 5. -2. Yeah. Was it a felony or misdemeanor?
It was a felony.
It was a misdemeanor. Yeah, thank you, Elmer. But say it louder next time. Tell me more about this law.
The government wanted to protect kids that couldn't defend themselves.
Yeah, that's actually true. Tell me more about it. Who introduced it? What the governor say? Anything at all? 5.
Lieber.
Sally Lieber. What was unique about Sally Lieber?
She didn't have kids.
Sally Lieber was known as the old spinster, and she was in her 40s and didn't have kids. And a lot of people gave her a lot of hell because who is this woman that doesn't have kids telling me how to raise my own kids? That's a problem. Anything else you can tell me about this? 4, 3, 2, 1. Schwarzenegger was the governor, and Schwarzenegger said, you know what, my kids beat me or spanked me all the time. He said he didn't spank his own kids, but he wasn't sure how this would be enforced. Firsthand I see. Was the bill ever passed?
No.
No, actually the bill was never, ever passed. Go ahead, click it, touch the house, pick me a category. Y'all have a chance to catch up, but we're running out of time. Pick me a good one. Pick me a good one.
Executive 2.
Executive 2, yeah, that's going to make it up. Click it. Qualifications to be president, formal and informal. Y'all have it first, you've got it next. Go ahead.
35 years.
35 years.
4 years.
34 years.
No. Do you have to be at least 35 years
Got to be a minimum of 35 years old. Go.
You have to be a natural born U.S. citizen.
Got to be a natural born citizen. Go. Anything else? 4. Formal and informal. 3, 2, 1. Go, Elmer's group.
You gotta be tall too, right?
Tall is one of the things that it mentions in there. Anything else?
You said something about no Christianity or something.
Something about what?
Christianity?
If you were born in another country, your parents have to be U.S. citizens.
That didn't say you have to be citizen.
Yeah, I'm not liking that one either. Go ahead, y'all have it.
You gotta have a wife.
A wife, preferably a wife, in fact, who is attractive and likable, the video said. Go.
Something about protest.
Presbyterian is
No, it's like the religion.
Yeah, Presbyterian.
Protestant.
Protestant, yeah, I heard that. I think the person that answered shouldn't have, though. Go ahead.
They took
You
her.
gotta say
Fake
loud.
news.
If we're,
She did.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Go.
They also mentioned you had to be right-handed, didn't they? But
They
that
actually
was
said that only a couple of
Yeah,
presidents
that
have been left-handed. Yes, tell me more about these informals, and there's still one more formal.
You should be man or what?
Man, I think, is one of the things that they said in there.
A rich, a middle class.
They said rich, upper middle class, but predominantly
You
rich.
had to live in here for a while, like.
What's the residency requirement?
I think they got one.
They didn't give me the residency requirement.
7 or 14. I know it was one of those two.
5, 4, 3,
Alright, we'll go
7
with
2. Understand, there was a video that dealt with the informal qualifications. Look that over and be able to explain it. 35, 14-year resident, natural born citizen. It mentioned things like law degrees. It mentioned things like race. Go back and look at that. Go ahead, touch the house. Pick me a category. Y'all can catch up if you pick a big number. Judiciary for 5, he says. Pictionary. Who's going to draw?
Yeah.
I need somebody to draw who has not drawn yet. Oh, Big D. That's what I need you to draw. No numbers, okay?
No numbers.
Got it. Let me do that. Okay, we'll start it. Go ahead.
Oh wait, I think I already know. Is this a basketball?
The basketball. It's not the basketball.
This is money in general. Is it $2 bill?
It is the $2 bill thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me the legend of the $2 bill. Tell me the legend of the picture in the Capitol Rotunda because y'all took this trip.
One guy was stepping on that guy's foot.
Tell me who. Tell me the story. Tell me when. What's going on? 5. You have it next.
Jefferson?
4, 3, 2, 1. Go. What did he say?
I said Jefferson was
He
one.
said, is it Jefferson? Is it Jefferson? I haven't heard anything definitive. Gotta go.
Isn't it Jefferson stepping on Adam's foot?
Jefferson is stepping on Adams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
I beg and plead for you to give me answers. What was what was going on in the picture other than the stepping on the foot? What was the event?
It was the signing.
Signing of what? Signing of the what? Zoom in on Alexa right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what the signing was? It was the signing of the Declaration of Independence. 2, 3, 4, 5. Click it. Hit the light. Pick me a category. You gotta say it out loud. And you gotta mean it. Go. Pick me a category. Articles for 3. List all you can. Jack Ryan. Wait, we've already had it. Yeah, okay, that's -3 for him. Pick me another category. Gotta go. Click.
Congress for 3.
Congress for 3. Click it. Impeachment. Actually, I think it is your hand. Tell me the steps of impeachment.
Well, impeachment means that you're being charged with a crime.
By whom?
Oh.
Impeachment means that you are being charged with a crime. Who in the Congress impeaches or makes the charges? 5.
It's just a simple majority.
Of whom? 4.
The Congress.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
-3. Who is it that impeaches?
Is it the Senate?
-3.
The House?
The house.
Why can't I?
Who is it?
We can't go into that.
Who is it? Wow, y'all don't want to. You know what? There's only one answer. -3. To hell with y'all. If you're not going to answer, it's the House that impeaches. First hand I see. Actually, he said the whole Congress. I mean, he answered it. Yeah. First hand I see. What is it that the Senate does?
Wait, like the actual Senate?
No, the fake one.
-3. Good Lord, -3. What is it that the Senate does in impeachment? 5. First hand I see. Please.
They accuse?
Professor.
They do?
-3. The House accuses or charges. So what does the Senate do? Go ahead. If it takes Google, I guess that's what we've got to do.
The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachment.
The Senate actually tries the impeachment, so they're going to determine the innocence or the guilt. And in the Senate, in the House, you need a simple majority vote. I'll give you points for that, because that was actually right. However, you also, in the Senate, you needed 2/3. And I'll give you points for that, too. So with that in mind. And then what is the punishment if you are impeached and convicted?
Just removed from office. That's
You don't
it.
get like
You just get removed from office. 1, 2, 3. Pick me a category. Y'all have a chance to take the lead, but pick me a good one.
Oh goodness.
Oh my God! It's really not. I mean, there's only 3 4s and 5s.
Pass it on to us.
We gotta have balls.
Sorry, please. Don't cry. It's okay.
We gotta have balls on this one. Executive 5.
Executive for 5. Thank God.
Okay.
Just so you can, so anybody can answer.
Executive order, executive agreement, executive privilege. I need definition and I need examples. Y'all will have it second, but you have it first.
Executive order is just when you just order something and it happens, although it's really easy to get rid of because it's...
Okay, I need a little bit more than that. So,
yeah,
It's a law.
it's
Okay.
kind of like a law, but
well,
not,
okay,
it's not quite
why
a
is
law.
this
Then
unique?
it doesn't have to go through the process of being, I wouldn't say voted on.
By whom?
No.
She said-
Wait, we're gonna lose points. The House.
Okay, I'll give you that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually the entire Congress. The president can actually make law without a vote by the Congress. As long as, can the president make just any law, or is there a limit to this? Because there is a limit to this.
You just said it.
5.
Yes, there's a limit to it.
Okay, now you're criticizing me because I'm helping you.
Chill.
4, 3. In what area can the president make law under an executive order? 3, 2,
Don't answer. I'm not trying.
1. Y'all want this?
Lose no points.
Or, the 3, it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, executive orders, the president can make, oh, the limit is that if like the next president comes in, he can, remove.
Okay, now that's true, but what's the limit? The president can't just make a law on anything, right? Where can the president make laws? Dealing with what? 5, 4,
Just say it.
3,
Go with that, go with that. Just say it.
Go, wait, York.
Got.
2.
I'm not gonna say it because we're gonna lose my point. I know we are.
Okay, then don't do it.
Anybody want this? Go ahead.
Only as mentioned in the Constitution.
Wait, why can't he answer?
In the Constitution. So
Where in the Constitution?
Under the executive order, so that is, I believe, Section 2.
Article 2 of the Constitution is where the president can actually get power on this. Can anybody? First hand I see. Put them down. Example of an executive order. Go ahead.
Wait, an example? Oh.
5.
You said
Go ahead. Don't have it.
The Trump's ban on Muslims.
Yeah, that actually would have been an example of an executive order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else? 4. There were several of these. 3. This is a lot of points too, and y'all are in last place. 1. Go.
There was the executive order where they put all the Japanese into like camps in World War II.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. FDR issued an executive order putting the Japanese Americans in American internment camps. Anything else you can give me? Seems like there's a video. Wow. Okay. Can you give me executive agreement or executive privilege? Go ahead.
Actually, executive privilege is basically that they have they guarantee that there's a certain amount of privacy between all like executive communications in the White House.
Yeah, basically with executive privilege, the president can actually request or require confidentiality in executive branch communications.
There was a
letters.
to that with Nixon though.
Nixon would be the example of this. And what was it that Nixon didn't want to share?
But Nixon had like recordings in the White House that he claimed was just to record
The
things.
tapes.
Yeah, the tapes.
The tapes.
But they required it as proof of or potential evidence for Nixon's corruption or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had to turn
He
them
had
over.
to turn them in.
He did have to turn them
He went
over.
like a lawsuit about it and they lost.
Executive agreement. Anybody?
Can't you just make agreements with other countries like that?
Say what?
You can make agreements with other countries.
And
Like
what's significant about that? What's different than making a regular agreement with another country?
it's just like a semi-informal thing almost. I mean, there was the one in Canada with the birds, and then
Okay, there was a migratory bird treaty, but explain it to me. Executive agreement. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead.
It doesn't have to be ratified by the Senate.
It doesn't have to be ratified by the Senate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Understand on this. Executive order is the president can make law, domestic law, that is going to be dealing with Article 2 powers that does not have to be passed by the Congress. An executive agreement is a lower level treaty that the president can negotiate that doesn't have to be passed by the Senate. And to several of your points before, this is not binding on other presidents, so it's only binding on the president that makes it. Go ahead, pick me a category. Y'all are still in last place, but there's still time to make a move.
Yeah.
Executive for 4, she says under her breath. Pictionary. Oh, we need somebody to draw.
I want to draw.
Oh, this should be fun. Okay, this is what I need you to draw. I need you to draw that. Got it?
Okay.
Got it? Over there. Go hit the light, Daniel. And we'll set this up with 1 minute. And it's your group. This is the executive.
I don't think they can see it from over this.
Okay, hold on.
That's on them.
Whatever, blah, 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 blah.
The hell's this?
15 seconds. If y'all need to move, you can move.
That's a car?
Usually a bad idea unless you're yelling out something ridiculous. That's not bad. It's really not bad.
Well, that looks really bad. Fuck. Okay, sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, it does look bad.
There's a laptop there.
What do y'all say? 30 seconds.
Makeup.
It is makeup.
Fake
What's
news.
the significance of makeup from the presidential chapter? Here's your chance. First
That's
hand
a
I see has got it
palette.
next. But they have it now. They have it now. Don't say anything. They have it now. 5.
Makeup?
Makeup. 4.
And the president?
And the presidency. 3. Oh, shame on you. 2. No, you have it.
If he was sick.
What are we talking about?
Oh, okay. Oh, what's his name? It's the Kennedy versus Nixon.
Kennedy versus Nixon. Kennedy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
Nixon.
It was the first televised.
First televised what?
Debate.
First televised presidential debate. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what happened in this? Keon, get close to them. Because they're acting the fool.
Nixon got sick a week before, and they offered him makeup when he went on TV, and he said no.
1, 2, 3, 4. Dick, you need to put on some makeup because you're so pale. Why did he say no?
What is
Because he didn't want to look feminine.
There was a sense that this would give him a gay appearance, and this is exactly what he didn't want in a close election.
So-
What other mistakes did he make
wore the
that night?
suit?
What about the suit? Suit blended in the background. 1, 2, 3, 4. What else?
There was the TV and the radio and the people who listened to
Tell me, wait. What other mistakes? There was the suit, there was the
He
makeup.
wasn't looking at the.
Who was he looking
He
at?
was looking at the dude asking him.
Get close to them, Pio. Don't come by me.
I'm zooming.
He was asking
He
who?
was looking at the dude that was asking him the questions.
The moderator. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did Kennedy do on TV?
He looked at the camera, so it was.
Kennedy looked at the camera, so he didn't have Nixon's problem. What else?
Can I say what I was gonna?
Keep going.
Okay, so there's.
Oh no, what else did Kennedy do good? 5. Because Kennedy did so much. He looked at the camera. 4. There were other
He
things.
was talking a bunch of like.
And his suit was matching the
The
background.
suit did not blend as much with the background. Anything else? There is another big
He
thing.
seemed sure about what he was saying.
Like he
was
seemed
calm.
sure. So like on
Okay,
the
well tell me
radio-
more about this and we'll come back. Somebody else may have it. Go ahead. So what ended up happening in the debate?
So because people were listening to the radio, they said, or no, on the TV he looked better, but
Who?
Kennedy. And
Kennedy.
then Nixon, he sounded better on the radio.
So the people that watched on TV, who did they think won?
Kennedy.
Kennedy. And the people that listened on the radio, who did they think won?
Nixon.
Nixon. And what would you judge if you're listening to it on the radio?
You would judge what the person was saying.
You judge their ideas. Nixon actually felt terribly cheated by this election. Does anybody know the other thing that Kennedy did really well or didn't have a problem with on TV? 5, 4, 3.
Kennedy had actually just come back from California, which
And?
is why he had a tan. Which is why he had a tan.
Kennedy actually had a tan, 1, 2, 3, 4, which ultimately meant that he didn't need makeup and there wasn't going to be an issue in that regard. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 78. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 75, 5, 10, 15, 20, 29, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 62. You have control. You're in first place. Pick me a category. We're almost out of time. Go fast. We got 3 minutes. You need to protect this. Pick me a category. There's only 3.
Executive 3.
Executive for 3, he says. List all you can. Click it. The election of 1800. Y'all have it first. First hand I see has it second. 5.
That was the
4.
he challenged me to a duel. I
Who?
remember that was the thing. The vice president and.
Okay, y'all have it next, but y'all have it now. At the election of 1800, who was running first of all? Or who was involved in the duel? Anything you can tell me. 4. 3. Thomas Jefferson was running. Who was Thomas Jefferson running against? He was running against John Adams. What happened that was unique about this election?
They were running as president and vice president.
Who was? Jefferson and who?
No.
5, 4, 3, 2. This is the end of first place. Go. Aaron Burr. And this is 1, 2, 3. What happened in the election? Jefferson was supposed to be the president. Burr was supposed to be the vice president. And?
But they were kind of like, he had said, okay, I'll be like vice president.
Yeah, I just said that.
I know.
We gotta go. 5,
Okay.
4,
So he said okay, go ahead.
Didn't he want to be?
3.
He agreed that he would be vice president, but
2.
then he got like angry because it was very close, and then
It was very close. 1.
And then he killed the.
Go. I guess first place isn't gone yet.
For the presidency, it was a tie.
It was a tie between Jefferson and Burr. And who decides the presidency when there's a tie?
The House of Representatives.
1, 2, 3. And ultimately, who did the House of Representatives pick to be president?
Jefferson.
Jefferson. 1, 2, 3. Gotta love it when other groups give answers. And who ultimately threw the election so that Jefferson would be president? 5. -3. No, it wasn't. First hand I see. Who was the person that ultimately led Jefferson to be president that ultimately would be in a duel with Burr? Go.
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. 1, 2, 3. And what happened in the duel?
Alexander Hamilton like shut up, and then that's when Aaron Burr shot him, and then he died.
Alexander Hamilton, 1, 2, 3, got the first shot, and he gave himself up. Aaron Burr killed him, and then what did Aaron Burr do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
He fled with, I believe, 17 others into
He
the
fled
Appalachian.
with troops and wanted to create his own country in the Appalachian Mountains. What amendment was created, firsthand I see, to make sure that this would never happen again, where there would be a president of one party and a vice president of the other party? What was the amendment? What's that? 12. It was the 12th Amendment. 1, 2, 3. And what the 12th Amendment, what did they do to avoid this problem? Oh, yeah, I hear you. I'm just going to yell at 12, but I'm not going to get lucky twice. Go ahead.
They established that it would be based off of the Electoral College, so each state would put in based on...
Yeah, this sounds like -3. They said that they were going to put up the president and the vice president being elected together so that it wouldn't be the person that gets the most votes gets elected president and second most votes becomes vice. What do we got? 75.